Good day, everyone. My name is Oluwatosin Adeyemi. I'm going to be taking us through the features of this live portfolio tracker. Um, so these are my stocks here. I use Google spreadsheet. These are my stocks here, and I got these stocks. I randomly selected these stocks from various sectors. I have some from technology sector, the health sector, renewable energy, utility, financial sector, the consumer goods, telecoms, and industry and industrials. So then this price you can see is equal to Google Finance and I'm telling Google Finance with by saying equal to Google Finance, then the column A. So I'm saying Google Finance should give me the price um, of each stock, and that's how I get this. And it's live, it's live. As the prices changes, the Google Finance is going to generate it for me, and also the price change is just saying Google Finance give me the price change, for a daily price change for each of these stocks, and also the market capitalization. Again, I'm saying Google Finance market capitalization of each of these stocks. Then I exported um, the Google Finance sheet into an Excel spreadsheet where I did all my other calculations. So let me take us to that sheet right here. Now, this is the sheet that was exported into, um, this is now the Google Finance sheet showing the column for all my stocks, the price change, and my markup. Now, so I decide to change all of these to billion. So I simply say that this column divided by 1 billion, and that's why you have all these prices in billion, all these their capitalization rather in billion, for me. So now I take us from here to the portfolio itself where I did my all my calculations. So these are the symbol for the stocks. These are the different names, the various sectors. My cap size was calculated by saying that any of these stocks that is greater than 10 billion is considered as large cap size. Anyone that is greater than 2 billion is considered as mid cap size, and anyone that is lesser than 2 billion is considered as small. And this is the formula here. That's how I got that. The shares, um, the number of shares were randomly selected, and I did that myself. Then the price we pay for each of these shares was 30 days average of each of these shares were calculated. 30 days average was what we choose to determine the price we paid for this each of these shares. Then the amount paid is simply the price paid by the number of shares, and that gives us amount paid. The current price is a live price that is being determined but from the Google Finance sheet. So it's going to be updated. It updates itself live as the prices changes, and the value is simply our current price multiplied by the shares, and that gives us the value. Then we now have the column for value allocation. Allocation is simply the amount we allocated to each share from the total fund that we have to play with, which is this divided by total. It gives us the percent. To shows us the percentage that is being allocated to each of these stocks. Then we have price gain or price loss, which is um, the value we have currently, the value of the stock currently um, compared to the amount that we pay. So if the amount that we pay is higher in this case um, than the current value, then it means we are making a loss on that stock. And if it's lower, if the amount that we paid, if the amount paid is lower than the current value, then we are making a gain. So that is how this column is being determined. This other two column that this, so now this is the percentage of loss or gain here, and these are just the day returns, which we are not really particular about right now. So let's go to the various chart that we have here. So I calculated my chart from here, from the dashboard that we have there. I determined them, from here. So these are the calculations that brought about those things. So let's look at this stock allocation chart. Now this chart is simply showing us, this is the chart of this percentage allocation that I have here. You see, this allocation chart, this percentage allocation is what I have in this chart. You can see, so for each, we can see that in each chart, the highest allocation is on cross, right? The highest allocation is on cross, which is 4%. Follow, cross has 14%, rather, JNG has 14%, and that is followed by Zebra and DXCM, which have 12%. So I think Beam has 1%, like that. So and like that. So this is the percentage that has been allocated to all these shares, and you have their color to suit with it. Then the next thing is cap size. That is the industrial cap size. So we want to, this is showing us how much of the fund is allocated to different cap size. So the largest fund, going by this chart, shows that the largest allocations is made into a large cap, all the large cap size company. You can see this is far more than 60%, of the fund that we have that goes into the large cap size companies, and followed by the mid size, then the small cap size company. That is what this is simply showing us. Then we now go to sector by sector allocation. Sector by sector allocation, the chart is showing us that we have the consumer goods sector, we have 25% of our total allocation in consumer goods sector. We have 3% in agriculture. We have 13% allocated into utility sectors. We have 30% in healthcare. Communication is 5%, and technology is 24%. So looking at this chart, our highest allocation by sector goes into the healthcare, followed by the consumer goods sector, then technology. So agriculture sector is having the lowest allocation, in this portfolio. In this portfolio. So looking at this portfolio, like I said, this is a live portfolio. If, for instance, if we change the number of shares that is being allocated, that we bought in any of the company, for instance, if we change this to say 600, you see, all the portfolio is going to change. It's going to change. So it's live. If the price changes to, it's good. We are going to have that changes. So if it goes to 7,000, if you increase the number of shares, we are going to see the changes again. You see how everything changes across line. And also, if the current price changes, because it's live, if the current price changes again, the portfolio is going to update itself, and all the charts that we also have is also going to update itself. So that is that with that. Now, you see, one of the takeouts in this portfolio is that um, if you look at it, where the places where we have loss is despite the fact that we have a huge um, um, investment. Say how many? One technology. We have one, two, three, four. We have four companies in technology that we invested in. So let's see. This first loss from Apple is technology. This is also technology. This third one is healthcare. The fourth one is technology, and this is utility, healthcare, consumer goods. So we have more losses from companies shares that we bought in technology. And I think what the technology sector is highly competitive, and you know with with a lot of innovation. So for companies to really survive or be competitive in that sector, they will need a lot of funds to play with. You know, for various reasons to invest in innovation, innovative ideas, and a lot of tools with the this is the era of artificial intelligence, and they just have to be up to their game, to compete in this sector. So I think that will probably be why we are having a little bit of loss in those sector. Actually, where we recorded the highest loss is consumer goods. It's just that we have more shares that we made loss um, from technology, but where we recorded the highest loss is actually consumer goods. So this portfolio is fair. It's fair, I think, because we have most of the stocks we have are actually doing well. So we might have to look more into this company. We might have to reduce our investment in this in Descom, and also try to spread it into um, maybe some small, like we have, like Veritone is technology, and is really making quite a number of um, appreciation here. So we need to look at buying more shares in that company, and also um, BIP. So by and large, we see that most of the small companies that we have are are profitable. Most of the small companies that we have are profitable. And we have over 50% of our investment in the large company. And most of the large companies that we have are loss making. The shares are loss making. Most of the large companies we have, the shares, we made loss from the shares. The large companies we have, we made loss from the shares, and we have more than 50% of our investment in those in the large cap size. So we need to rediversify this portfolio, and I believe that's going to help a lot. Thank you.